I just want to provide some more details because we had some redacted documents last week and I received some more information. In 2016, the first year that your government lifted the visa requirement, there were about 128 people from Mexico detained at the border. The visas worked. It prevented people from coming here who, had questionable backgrounds. Do you have any idea what that number was in 2017 after your government had lifted the visas? It went from 128 people in 2016 to 2,471 people in 2017. That is a massive, massive change. In fact, if you look cumulatively from 2016 to 2024, 11,000 out of 16,000 people who were detained at the border were Mexican nationals. That's 68% of all the people that were detained at the border since your government lifted the visa requirement. This is huge work for the CBSA to do. These people were also released on a 48-hour alternative to detention. Minister, do you not recognize that there was a cause and effect? You said you saw no correlation in the last meeting, that you lifted this visa requirement and your government opened the floodgates for this to come to Canada.
Mr. Lloyd, I don't like to target a particular community or particular nation. I can speak to you in a broader sense. What's important, I think, is we take measured steps to, first of all, put in restrictions. In the case of Mexico, we have done that as of last year. It's also about ensuring that within Canada there are enforcement as well as tools for law enforcement to be able to address those who are coming across our border who are ineligible to be here.
Minister, you say that you don't want to target communities, and by your own admission, your government reimposed the visas on Mexico in 2024. In fact, in 2023, there were over 3,000 people that were deported from Canada to Mexico. That was 40% of all the deportations that Canada did in 2023 from that one country. So you're coming here talking and accusing members of targeting specific countries? Well, Minister, the statistics show that it's your government.
Let me be very clear, Mr. Lloyd. I'm not suggesting that you're targeting. I'm suggesting that I don't want to get into that frame of discussion. But what I can tell you is that Mexico and the United States are our closest trading partners with longstanding trade links, including the USMCA. So there are economic reasons where certain decisions
in my last 15 seconds, Minister, and yet prior to your government lifting the visa requirements, this wasn't an issue. We had great bilateral trading relationships with our Mexican allies, with our American allies, and yet your government's decision resulted in this absolute chaos at the border, and that's why this legislation is before us today. Thank you.